Welcome to the lesson on printing your price book. I'm in the Price Book Center, which I access from the JobMaster Pro menu by clicking the Price Book Center button. Now, before we print the price book for the first time, there may be some options that you want to set that you won't have to think about ever again. So I'm going to click on File on the menu bar and click on Price Book Default Options. Now when this opens up, I'm concerned about these little options here under Price Book Printouts, because you may decide that you normally don't want to print out certain items or certain fields in your price book, depending on if you're printing the price book for the guys in the field or if you're printing it out to initially work with your price book for customizing purposes. But this is where you can set some default options. Now, when you're first using the program, I would just leave this the way it is now, but I did want to show it to you because when you have your price book running, you may decide that you don't want to print costs or markups. Although, I take it back. The first time you're running this, you may want to print costs and markups because we're going to need to know what those are for customizing purposes. So if you make any changes here, just remember to save those changes. I'm going to exit out, and when I go to reports, I have a bunch of different price book printouts. So depending on if you want to print them out by product group or by recall name, and a lot of that really is determined by your price book itself. If your price book was created from a pricing update service, maybe that supplier doesn't have price books or recall names, so we can't use some of those features yet. So you're going to want to select the option here initially that makes sense according to how your price book looks initially. I'm going to select price book printout by product group because most suppliers do print out or offer to you the items already grouped with some kind of a product grouping, because that's how they find items and group them internally. And we do request that on our price updating service. So I'm going to select that I want to print out all product groups, to print out the whole darn price book if I wanted to, but just to speed up my demonstration, I'm going to select just a couple of product groups. And I used my control key to click on the product groups that I wanted to print. Then when I click Next, what Cobra will do is give you a list of all of the items in those product groups. If you just want to print them all out, just select the Select All Items button and everything will be highlighted. Then you have a couple of different printout options at this point. You can print out our regular printout, which gives you the most information on it. So at least the first time you're working with your price book, you may want to print that one out. Otherwise, there's more of a condensed version which prints less information on it, more for using with guys in the field in their trucks and that kind of thing. And we also have an estimating printout that just carries the estimating information on it. So again, for the first time you're looking at your price book, for customization purposes, you may want to just click this print button. That's what I would recommend. That ends the lesson on printing the price book.